Guy Fieri won't ever say when he doesn't like a dish, but avid viewers and chefs sometimes know anyway. What gives him away? Guy Fieri takes viewers on a road trip to discover tasty eats in diners, drive-ins, and dives. But despite the consistent positive feedback over food that we've seen from Fieri over the years, it turns out that there have been dishes that he found unimpressive. On the podcast, The Moment with Brian Koppelman, Fieri explained that some chefs can tell when he doesn't like the food, telling Koppelman, "We'll go to commercial and they'll go, 'So did you like that?' And I'm like, 'Yeah, it was good.' And they'll go, 'Well, you didn't go like, this is off the hook.'" Once it's clear that Fieri doesn't like a dish as much as the chef would like, he tries to remind them that his tastes are subjective. Fieri added,
I'm like, don't be offended. I said, I don't like every single song that's on the Rolling Stones album.
If you're wondering why you've never actually seen this kind of exchange on the show, it's because Fieri is staunchly opposed to including footage of himself criticizing the food that he doesn't like.
People say, why don't you show the food you don't like? That's just not my style. That's not my energy as a person.
In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Fieri further explained his stance, telling the publication, "I do not critique. If I don't like the food, you won't see it on my shows." Instead, Fieri focuses on the positive aspects of a dish or restaurant.
Fantastic.
Fieri's approach is admirable, considering that there are so many current food shows that are built on criticizing food. That's what makes Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives a distinctive and refreshing food show. However, Fieri clearly doesn't deny that there are dishes on the show that he finds underwhelming. While he may not reveal that disappointment on air, he does offer guidance to chefs in need when the cameras aren't rolling. Fieri told Koppelman, "If they ever ask, I always want to offer advice to them if I can and help them out. As chefs, we all support one another, and we all try to help each other grow." One ingredient that Fieri often advises chefs on is their buns. According to Fieri, using plain buns for a cheeseburger is never enough. He insists that those buns should at least be toasted and buttered. When Fieri gives chefs good advice, sometimes they opt to use it then and there. Fieri told Koppelman, "They'll look and go, 'Really?' And I'll go, 'Yeah, let's do this. Let's make it.'"
And sometimes we'll, before we even leave the restaurant, we'll go and bust it out a couple times.
Even if Fieri doesn't offer negative feedback, there are tells that fans think offer clues about how he feels. It isn't simply a lack of exuberant praise, but little things he does that can tip viewers off. One apparently foolproof sign that he doesn't like a dish is if he talks around it, honing in on minute details rather than complimenting the recipe in its entirety, like focusing on the beef rather than the burger itself.
A simple biscuit crust.
On Reddit, some viewers seem convinced they've analyzed enough of the celebrity chef's body language to have him pegged. One commenter wrote, "There's a split second when he bites into the food. He's always polite though. Once you've seen enough episodes, you pick up on it." Another viewer wrote, "It's all in his eyes." Another, perhaps more obvious indicator, he keeps munching. While he may be a professional chef, he's also an eater, just like everyone else. It makes sense that if he really likes something, he can't help going past a simple one-bite taste test. If he puts it down after a single bite though, maybe that's a sign it wasn't his favorite after all.